and broth. So you want 8 in?
Yeah. I figure I'll be behind the counter and you'll be by the door, so it'll be fine.
Alright, so,
The sniffer is here. How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Jim, these are all the albums there.
Yeah.
Where your t-shirts at?
There's on the racks over there, and I think most of the t-shirts are on the racks. It's waiting for you to say hi, Neil. Just finished up third day of the sale. Nobody even looked at the reel-to-reel. It's crazy. It's like a $300 reel-to-reel on eBay. I put $100 on it. I think somebody would have looked at it. It's unreal. We just finished up. I gotta get out of here. Got a small get-together to go to. Family party. I put out a bunch of good stuff for Sunday, thinking that my repeat offenders would come back, and not a single one of the repeats showed back up. And most of the stuff I put out for Sunday, nobody even looked at. So there's a lot of really good stuff too, like all these salt and pepper shakers. So these will make it to the next sale, because if I would have put these out on the first day, that most of them would have sold right away. There's some really good ones in there. What else did I put out today? A bunch of vintage clothing, new with tag vintage clothing, all from like the early 80s. Those would have sold the first day if I had put them out, so those will make it to the next sale. Bear's Bike will probably make it to the next sale unless somebody buys it. Put out some new boots. Those will make it to the, there's some stuff out here that'll make it to the January sale. Most everything else I'm going to stick into my storage unit to sell on storage treasures. So whatever it sells for, so I can clear off the shelves and restock for the January sale. So overall I'm happy. Did a little better than my sale did in July, so I really cannot complain. Don't know what this is. Oh, it's a Christmas tree stand. It looked like some sort of medieval torture device at first, didn't it? You know, like a handle on it, like teeth. Like what the heck? Like, what do you do with that? Yeah, I'm happy, and everybody. I'm surprised this didn't sell either. That's cool. And everybody kind of saying the same thing. They're sad that the garage sale season sucked this year, and they're having a real hard time sourcing stuff right now. So the one guy came back like 3 times in 2 days, and he loaded up his car every time. So yeah, so can't wait till January. That's the one I always do the best at, so we'll see how it does this year. How did I do? I don't mind sharing it, so others can have an idea what to expect if they do something like this. How did Jim do? Where's history at? All right. On Friday, did $2,167. It's all right. Saturday we did $1,721, and today we did $554. And I put a lot of good stuff out for today, so I was kind of disappointed for today, but it is what it is. I can't complain overall. Okay, where did I leave off? The storage unit gods have gifted me with a windshield mount for the GoPro. Ask and ye shall receive. Is that how it goes? So the 3-day total, I believe, was $4,442. I really can't complain about that. I think I'm pretty lucky to be able to do this right now. July, I think I did only like $2,400, I think. over 3 days. It was bad. So that's a substantial improvement over that. And also in July, I had about a 50-50 ratio of people that came in and either wore masks or did not wear masks, or took things seriously or did not take things seriously. And this time it was overwhelming with people wearing masks. It was an overwhelming majority. It was like, I don't remember seeing anybody that was not wearing a mask. Like, it was probably 100% of the people that came in were wearing a mask. Everybody was being respectful of each other, and everybody was, for the most part, taking it seriously. There was a few people that were, you know, still don't believe it, but you know, you can't change everybody's mind, I guess. So I'm pretty happy. It was nice to get to see everybody. A lot of people were extremely happy that I was having another sale. They were upset. They thought that they missed my sales, because they said the last one you had was in July and I was waiting for the next one and it never came, and I saw it advertised. I was so happy that you're having another one because I can't source anything. I'm like, well, that's awesome. I want to hear that. I want to hear that I'm helping somebody do something by doing this. And that's what it was. A lot of resellers, you know, that are having a hard time sourcing items right now, and they were coming out and buying from me. And one guy came back like 3 times, another guy came back 2 or 3 times. Several people came back at least twice. So again, it was good to see those of you that came out to support me. Awesome. Super appreciative, as always. Doing this again, first weekend of January. Everything that's still out, for the most part, like 95% of what's still out, is going to be put into my storage unit that I put up on Storage Treasures. And whatever it sells for, it sells for. And I'm not expecting, you know, thousands of dollars out of it. So for those of you looking for alternate ways to unload your inventory, you've been thinking about doing something like this, it's worth doing if you could find a good location that isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg, that's going to allow you to do something like this. Because most townships don't allow you to do stuff like this. I'm kind of lucky. I'm in unincorporated DuPage, Illinois, in a industrial park that's off the beaten path. Like, it's not on a main road, and my landlords are totally okay with me doing it. Now, let's say if you're within the limits of a township, or, you know, a city or township, and you're right off a main street, and you're doing this, they're probably not going to like it very much. They're probably going to require you to, you know, open as a retail store and get a, you know, retail license, all that. I actually heard through the grapevine, they got a acquaintance from the storage auctions who recently got shut down, basically doing what I do, but he was opening up like twice a week, like clockwork. And he had his whole warehouse set up just like a retail store. And somebody from the city, I don't know the whole story. I guess somebody from the city came in, and one day when he had a bunch of people in there and looked around and said, basically, hey, everybody out, can't do this anymore. I was told he got a bunch of fines, but, like, again, I don't know the whole story. I'm just hearing from like 2 different people. Unfortunately, it's you know, something you have to think about. If you don't want to actually open an actual store, you know, you have to, you know, weigh your consequences. Finding the right location is always key for everything. It's kind of nice where I'm at because I get a lot of residential traffic that come past the industrial park I'm in. So I can put, you know, signs out, and everybody from all the neighboring, like, townhomes and subdivisions, they're going to drive right past those signs on their way to, you know, go shopping or go to church or, you know, whatever. And I get a lot of people just, you know, like today, the church crowd came in right after church. So that's when things picked up today. Location is everything. And again, You got to find somewhere where you're not spending a fortune in rent. It can't be too far off the beaten path where you're not going to get any traffic, or you're not going to have people that are going to drive out to come see you. You know, it's, you know, location is everything. It really is. I think I can't stress it enough. I think I'm pretty lucky where I'm at. So it works out overall for what I do. You know, people in the neighboring units are supportive. A lot of them come shop by me. A lot of them show up and like, hey, you know, I got stuff. You want to come look at it? You want to buy it? Yeah, I'll do it. So my own landlord comes and shops over by me. So it's pretty awesome. So if you're thinking about getting a space for yourself, that's one of the things you have to consider. Like, do you want to rent just a storage unit to do your stuff out of? Well, you got to think, is the storage facility going to let you sell things out of it? Do you have electricity in there? Do you live in the Midwest where it gets freaking cold in the winter? Do you want to be working out of there, you know, all winter? You know, can you justify moving into a warehouse space? You know, there's a lot to consider. But if you think you can make it work, go for it. Honestly, just having a nice, warm, dry place to, you know, do your sorting, unloading, selling. Even if you're just meeting people off Facebook, OfferUp, Craigslist, whatever, you know, it's nice to be able to separate that from your home. It really is. Do you really want a bunch of weirdos coming to your house to look at stuff? I don't. Let's be honest, I'm kind of a weirdo myself. And I almost forgot. Expenses. So, I like to have a horn that works. What are you doing? Why are you not going? Go. What are you doing? Light's greener than green. They're just sitting there like, should I go? Anyways. I'd like to have minimum two people working with me. One to stay inside, one to watch the door, you know, help control the flow of traffic. Comes out to about $75 a person per day, so two people a day for 3 days comes out to about $450 that I'm paying for help. Statesales.net. I did a locally featured sale plus the base price. That came out to, I think it was like $74, $75 to advertise on there for the sale. Of course, I got my turn signal on here and speed up next to me. Don't act like my turn signal wasn't on. Please do not act like that. I hate when people do that. You put your turn signal on, you wait your turn to go, and somebody speeds up just to get next to you. They didn't have to do it. They just saw your turn signal on and they decided, hey, I'm not going to let this guy get over. Anyways, so about $75 on statesales.net. Craigslist advertising's free. Facebook is free, but if you put it under like a business page, like I do, it gives you the option of boosting it. You can get to choose different levels. The level I did, it was like $20 for 3 days. So I've got about $100 into advertising the sale and about $450 in labor. So my expenses are about $550. So after expenses, I'm in the sale for right around $4,000. So in profit. And again, everything I put out, it's all profit at this point. I've already made money off of the units that everything came out of, so it's entirely profit in my eyes. So to make right around $4,000 profit in 3 days, I'm not, you can't complain about that. And just keep in mind expenses in general if you're looking to rent or lease a space. Some places require that you get renter's insurance. You're probably end up paying for gas, electric, water. I'm not paying for water. We're on well and septic, so that's kind of a, you know, kind of a godsend in a way. You know, one less bill I got to pay for, two less bills I got to pay for. So yeah, so garbage. I've got a dumpster service. I got an 8-yard dumpster. Gets picked up once a week, and I pay, I think it's $160 a month. I think it's $160 a month. Don't hold me to it. So, you know, just some things to keep in mind if you want to, you know, get yourself a space. I don't think you're going to be able to do this without having a dumpster. Your home garbage is only going to pick up so much, and do you really want to be, you know, moving garbage back and forth? And, you know, maybe you got a you know, deal with the town dump or something. You know, some places have that. We don't, unfortunately. So, all right, well, I am a few minutes away from picking up my son, so can't wait. And hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. And thank you again to those that came out to support me this weekend. And hope to see some of you again first weekend of January. Looks like I'm going to be doing this again January 2nd and 3rd. Thinking I'm only going to do a 2-day thing. We'll see. You'll do like half a day of the first. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But see you guys later.